You always hope that something you work on will have great success, but it's never a guarantee. And I think for us, seeing how impacted people are by the show is for us the first indicator that we're doing something right.
Pues siempre lo esperas. Cuando haces un trabajo esperas que funcione, pero por supuesto no hay garantías. Para nosotros ver el impacto que está teniendo en el público es lo que nos importa.
¿Crees que esta temporada ayudará a los cristianos a vivir mejor la Semana Santa? ¿Es importante que se estrene en unas fechas tan cercanas a la misma?
I think it's launched whenever it's ready, and I think people, when they see season 5, because it takes place during a Holy Week, watching it during Holy Week, I believe will enhance their experience of Holy Week for sure.
Hay quien critica la serie por falta de fidelidad a las escrituras. ¿Cuál es vuestra opinión al respecto?
Some people criticize the show because it's not 100% faithful to what the scripture said. What do you think about that?
Well, I think first of all, people have to remember it's a TV show, and it's based on the Gospels, but it's not trying to replace the Gospels. There's some passages in Scripture that you have 2 lines about a character. That's not enough for a TV show. It doesn't quite make for a great script, because you have different needs to be able to tell a story in television. So we have biblical scholars that we consult with, and we have great writers that do tons of research, and we always try to stay strictly adhered to the spirit of the gospel and the essence of the gospel. But at the end of the day, our goal is to make a great TV show. And if it inspires people to read the Gospels and to go and actually see how everything unfolded in the Bible, then that's great for us, But at the end of the day, we have to remember it is a TV show first.
Personalmente, ¿cómo abordas las escenas o los detalles que no se encuentran explícitamente en los Evangelios?
So personally, how do you approach these scenes, these parts of the show that are not part of the scripture?
I approach everything that I do in the show with prayer. The first step of my preparation is lots of prayer and discernment, and especially when it relates to things that maybe aren't in scriptures. I have my own sort of spiritual advisors that, and I have a spiritual director that I consult with, and if I have questions as to how to approach something that's in the script that might not be in scripture, but it sort of relates, I make sure to ask questions.
¿Crees que el cine y las series pueden ser una herramienta de evangelización, o consideras que hay cierto riesgo de banalizar las escrituras al adaptarlas a la pantalla?
So do you think that film and TV shows could way spread the word of Jesus among people, or is there a risk of making it a bit more trivial?
I think film and television is one of the most impactful mediums on society, on culture right now. And so I think when you have a show like this that has such giant themes and great truths within it because of the material that is our source material, that is scriptures in the Bible, it's going to reach people in ways that maybe walking into a church, if somebody's never walked into a church or never been to a service, it's going to engage people in a way that other ways of talking about this story won't. And in fact, a lot of the correspondence that we receive are from people that have never had a religious upbringing. I mean, a third of our audience is non-religious at all. So that just tells us, they like a good story that's well told and well filmed. But we get stories and letters all the time from people that they maybe were away from the church for 15, 20 years, or they were brought up atheistic, and then they started watching the show, and it got them interested about the character of Jesus and the disciples. And now they're curious, and then they start going to church, and then now they're committed to coming into the church because they've fallen in love with Jesus. And for us, that is the greatest measure of success of the show.